So on Saturday, my credit card and my Arizona license was stolen. So yeah, that was great. But I don't know, like even though like in that moment I was like sort of scared and like frustrated, like I got this peace and I was like, okay, God, well, nothing is outside of your control. So what is the purpose of this? And I didn't really expect to like figure out what the purpose of it were, like for like maybe like a long years from now. Oh, that's why. But then it came pretty quick and I was like, okay. But essentially, like, I was like, well, I might as well, like, I've been trying to get everything prepared so I can get a real ID in California. So I was like, okay, I think this is the time because I need to be able to drive and I don't have a license anymore. So yeah, I went through that process. And it was a long and difficult process, and God showed up, and He's the only reason I was able to get that. Because it's a lot harder when you don't have an ID or like a driver's license. But like God made it work out awesomely, and that's another story for another time. But yeah, and it's interesting because like I was praying with my roommate about it because I wasn't sure if like everything would go through, but it did the night before. And she was saying, like, because I was telling her about these themes that like I felt like God was sort of putting, of like Him talking about how He like plants His people on the mountain, and like I got this image of like a little sapling tree being patted down, and like there was a song, like when I was reading that stuff, like there's a song sort of playing in my head, and it led me to listen to the song, and they gave a verse, and then when I went to that verse a little further down, it talked about an oak tree, and I was like, okay, God, you're putting this tree theme in my life, and I don't understand, but I'm gonna pray about it. And as I was praying about it, like the next couple of days, like I felt like I got more insight. I was reading about King Solomon and him sort of establishing himself and his kingdom before he started, and tying up loose ends. And I felt like, okay, God, like I felt like the tree things was about me needing to be established in LA and taking root. But I wasn't sure. I was like, well, I need to pray about this more and see. But yeah, Melissa was saying, like, if this is really what He's saying, then He's going to provide a way for you to get your license. And I was able to. God came through. And then also in that, and when we were praying, I realized, I'm like, wait a minute. Okay, so like, because my credit card was stolen, it was originally set to go to Arizona because everything was still tied to my parents' place and where I used to live, and I had just never changed it, and I don't know when I was going to change it, but like it's a permanent address, so I felt more secure that way. But then I was like, I need a credit card, so I changed the address to LA, and I was like, wait, God just single-handedly, through that theft, caused me to switch over fully to LA and fully commit to LA. And I was like, that theft had so much purpose. And I was like, oh my gosh, wow. God is good and He has purpose, but we just really need to seek Him in His Word and trust that He does have a plan. But yeah, that's what I'm sharing today. Okay, bye guys.